I caught myself Googling different ways to kill myself. Easy ways, fast ways. I was living by myself. My life was going downhill for a long time. And before I knew it, I was sitting in front of my own suicide note. I had to make the decision to commit suicide. I put it off one more time by going and staying on my parents' couch for a few days. 2 days later, I finally admitted to the first person ever that I was ideating suicide, and that was my mom. It was about 4 years before. I was in the middle of the day, I was driving down the freeway, and I must have blacked out, opened my eyes, and right in front of me is a Ford F-150 truck. I was going about 70 miles an hour. I swerved all I could to the right, but it was too late. Our noses hit and I went rolling through the freeway. I don't remember the impact. What I do remember was my out-of-body experience. So I witnessed my soul leaving my body and entered into a space of nothingness. All I could see was the car crashed my dead body and 2 or 3 spirits interacting over my dead body. That was just in one moment, and it was gone. And the next moment I wake up in the ambulance, but my eyes are closed. All I can feel is pain. And I said, "Am I dead?" They said, "No, you're not dead." And they're telling me they're gonna cut my pants off. I said, "These are my favorite pants." And they laughed and said they're gonna have to cut them off. And then I pass out again. Wake up, they're wheeling me into the MRI machine, just like you'd see in a movie. After that, I wake up in the hospital bed 2 hours later. The nurse comes in and asks me if there's anybody I can call. I remember my name is Anthony, but nothing else. Couldn't remember my family's names, definitely no phone numbers. My phone must have been smashed on the road or still in the car. So she left me with the phone, and there I sat in the hospital bed with no information, no phone, and very little memory. At that point, a sheriff came in, a highway patrol officer, and asked me some questions. Asked me where the other 2 people were in the car. And I told him there was nobody else in the car. I was in the car by myself. He said, "Well, the witnesses said there was 2 other people in the car with you." And I told him there was no one else in the car. It must have been my angels. And he said, "Must have been." And that was it. And it took years before I realized what he said matched my out-of-body experience. But you can make of that what you will. After my car accident, I was experiencing this brain fog for the first time. It was like this existential confusion was looming over my life. I had self-doubt, I guess maybe for the first time ever. It was barely noticeable at first, the changes in my brain, but slowly but surely I started to notice that my interactions with people just weren't going well anymore. I was reacting a little too slow to everything everyone was saying, and also my emotions just weren't registering. They weren't reacting properly to the situation. Things that were supposed to make me sad just wouldn't make me that sad. And when I would achieve something great, I was supposed to feel excited, and it just wouldn't do it for me anymore. These things created these self-sabotaging patterns in my behavior, and over the course of 4 years, I ruined everything in my life. I ruined my band that I was in, ruined my relationship with my girlfriend at the time. I traded in my hairstyling career to be a night janitor for no reason at all. And I was living on the outskirts of town by myself. I was pretty much unconsciously sealing my fate to commit suicide. So what happened? I made a decision that I would be in control of my own outcomes. That my default circumstance, where I was born, how I grew up, or what happened to me in my past, would not dictate my ultimate outcome. That I was going to die with a smile on my face. Making that decision set me on a path that led me out of that place, of chaos, despair, hopelessness, and suicide ideation to a place of physical and mental vitality, financial freedom, life purpose and fulfillment, and being able to finally enjoy again all the love and happiness that life has to offer. I believe everyone can and should find their way out of depression. Everyone deserves to feel like they're in control of their own outcomes. You are the architect of your own destiny. You are the scientist of your life's great experiment. Decide your own outcomes. Don't let the world decide your outcomes for you.